As we turn our eyes to the Paris 2024 Olympics, the excitement is palpable. The journey of Team USA women's basketball is not just about the pursuit of gold, but about continuing a legacy that has inspired generations. At the heart of this narrative is Napheesa Collier, whose story embodies the spirit of hard work and transformation. In the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Collier was a valuable role player, contributing solid minutes off the bench, yet she was still finding her place among the giants of the game. Fast forward to today, and her game has transformed significantly. This WNBA season, she has been shooting a remarkable 40% from beyond the arc. For Collier, this improvement is more than a stat. It's the result of countless hours spent perfecting her shot, pushing her limits, and believing in her growth. Her enhanced shooting will be vital for Team USA, creating spacing on the floor and opening up opportunities for her teammates. Collier's versatility and leadership potential make her an essential player as the team heads to Paris. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark's journey has taken a different turn, stirring passionate debates among fans. Clark's rookie season in the WNBA has been nothing short of spectacular. Averaging 15.2 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 5.6 assists per game, she has shown that she belongs among the best. Yet, making the Olympic team as a rookie is an uphill battle. Only 4 rookies have ever made it to the Olympic roster, and the competition is fierce. The selection committee, led by Jen Rosati, faced tough decisions, balancing experience, team fit, and current performance. Clark's high turnover rate and occasional struggles with the physicality of the professional game might have influenced the decision. Despite this setback, Clark's future with Team USA is bright, and she's poised to be a key player in future Olympic Games. As Team USA gears up for Paris, the balance between rising stars and seasoned veterans will be crucial. Newcomers like Sabrina Ionescu and Kalea Copper bring fresh energy and unique skills. Copper, in particular, is having a breakout season, averaging 24 points per game. Her journey to the Olympic team has been one of relentless hard work and determination, proving that dreams are achieved through dedication and grit. On the other hand, veterans like Diana Taurasi, competing in her 6th Olympics, bring invaluable experience and leadership. At age 42, Taurasi continues to defy expectations. She holds the record for most games played, 38, and ranks second in points scored, 414, in USA basketball Olympic history. Taurasi's role extends beyond her on-court contributions. She is a mentor to younger players, guiding them through the pressures of Olympic competition and passing down the wisdom of her storied career. Cheryl Reeve, known for her defensive brilliance, will play a pivotal role in shaping the team's strategy. Reeve's experience, having led the Minnesota Lynx to multiple WNBA titles, showcases her ability to get the best out of her players and adapt strategies on the fly. Her defensive-oriented approach and flexibility with player rotations will be crucial in navigating the challenges of Olympic competition. Reeve's focus on defensive versatility will be key, with players like Kalea Copper capable of guarding multiple positions and disrupting opposing offenses. For instance, the synergy between A'ja Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, and Jackie Young, who play together for the Las Vegas Aces, will be vital in high-pressure situations. Wilson's dominance in the WNBA, where she continues to put up MVP-caliber numbers, and Gray's unmatched court vision and leadership will be cornerstones for Team USA. Gray's recovery from adding to the narrative is the inspiring story of Brittney Griner, who returns to the Olympic team after her harrowing detainment in Russia. Griner's resilience and determination to get back on the court exemplify the spirit of overcoming adversity, and her presence will undoubtedly bolster Team USA's interior defense and scoring. Another interesting dynamic is the impact of 3x3 basketball experience. Kelsey Plum and Jackie Young, who won gold in the 3x3 event at the Tokyo Olympics, bring a unique skill set and mentality to the 5x5 game. Their experience in the fast-paced, physically demanding 3x3 format will translate well to the Olympic stage, where quick decision-making and adaptability are crucial. As the team prepares for Paris, their rigorous training camp in Phoenix and exhibition games, including a significant matchup against Germany in London, will be vital for building cohesion and fine-tuning strategies. The group stage will present challenges, with opponents like Japan, Belgium, and Germany bringing their unique styles and strengths to the competition. Looking ahead, the future of USA women's basketball is bright. Young players who narrowly missed the cut for Paris are already setting their sights on the 2028 Olympics. The national team's program continues to develop elite talent, ensuring that the legacy of USA women's basketball will endure. Current players are not only focused on winning gold, but also on inspiring the next generation. As the journey to Paris unfolds, the stories of individual players, the strategies of the coaching staff, and the overarching quest for gold intertwine to create a compelling narrative. The stage is set for Team USA women's basketball to showcase their dominance and continue their legacy of excellence on the global stage. From Nafisa Collier's rise to prominence to Caitlin Clark's promising future, the elements are in place for another unforgettable chapter in the history of USA women's basketball.
What's going on, my Flappy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So we have this reporter that goes by the name of Sabrina that dropped the behind-the-scenes information about Caitlin Clark at this USA basketball training camp. And the way that she's talking, Caitlin Clark made this team, fam. She made this team the way that she's talking.
Final day at Team USA camp. Caitlin Clark cranked the pace up so fast the gym could not breathe. The passes were knives, the step-back threes were back, and every drill started orbiting her. And somehow, Angel Reese ended up on the outside looking in.
Hate to break it to you, Angel. Nobody was watching the videos anymore. And I was like, nah, that's not what I do, is make videos on people that, on players that people don't want to consume. But here we are. We're gonna do this because I think it's important. I think there was an opportunity, huge opportunity, missed right here by one Angel Reese. Simple. Could have squashed a lot of things, a lot of narratives.
So what did Sabrina see inside that gym? And why did one quiet exit stop everyone cold? Here is the final day. This story starts with one behind-the-scenes report. A reporter named Sabrina said she was inside the USA basketball training camp, and the way she described it, Caitlin did not just participate. She controlled the rhythm of everything, not with speeches, with the ball. Sabrina said the training was a mix of Team USA players going against each other, and also Team USA players going against a scout team. And that scout team was made up of players from smaller colleges in North Carolina who were brought in to help simulate competition. And in the middle of all that, Caitlin looked like Caitlin. Sabrina pointed out the step-back three was there, the passes were there, the pace was there. Even in drills, she was pulling defenders into impossible choices. Sabrina even noted that Caitlin was making these reads when she was not even paired with Aaliyah Boston.
So we'll start with Caitlin. Obviously, she suffered a lot of just a bevy of injuries in her sophomore season, played her last game on July 15th, even before All-Star Weekend. This was her first real 5-on-5 action since that injury with the fever, and it was a combination of like USA players going against USA players and then also USA players going against the scout team, which was just like players from small colleges all across North Carolina sort of helping out with that scout team practice. And, you know, she looked like Caitlin, right? Like the step back three was there, the passes were there.
That is important because it shows the skill is not just chemistry with one teammate, it is a habit. She sees the cut early, she throws the pass early, and she forces the receiver to be ready early. And that is why those passes can feel cruel in a camp setting. A normal pass lets you catch, gather, and decide. Caitlin's pass is a decision already made. Catch it and finish, or the defense closes and the moment is gone. Therefore, when someone brings the ball down, it is not a mistake in effort. It is proof the speed is different. Here's the first moment where the camp started to feel tense. Sabrina described how some players did not know what to do with Caitlin's passes. Not because they are not talented, but because the ball arrives earlier than your brain expects. There was one play where Caitlin zipped a pass into Derica Hamby, and Hamby brought the ball down instead of going straight up. In a normal offense, that is fine. But in Caitlin's offense, that split second can get you erased.
When she was not playing with Aaliyah Boston, some of the bigs didn't know what to do with their passes. Like, there was one time where she passed it to Hamby, and Hamby like brought the ball down. It's like, you can't do that. Like, this is not. You have to keep it up, right?
Straight up, right.
Just like not expecting, where that was coming. But FIBA, naturally, just a lot more physical than other levels of basketball, even more physical than the WNBA, which is, something to be said considering all the conversations we had about that level of physicality during this 2025 season. So having to see Caitlin like go at scout team players who were, instructed to play at a FIBA level of physicality was interesting considering how long she's been out and the fact that she's still ramping up injury-wise, but she looked good. She was just like so happy to be there.
Therefore, it was not just a highlight, it was a warning. Caitlin was operating at a speed that even pros had to adjust to. Now add the next layer. Sabrina also mentioned the scout team was instructed to play with more physicality. Real bumps, real grabs. The kind of contact that forces you to make decisions faster. But Caitlin stayed engaged. She kept pushing tempo. She kept attacking space. She kept throwing passes that forced everyone else to cut, catch, and finish on time. And once the speed limit changes, the room starts picking sides. Sabrina said Paige Buickers noticed it first. When Caitlin ran the offense, the pace shifted. The spacing tightened. The ball moved faster. Coaches leaned forward. Assistants started tracking who could keep up. But that same speed can also erase people. Sabrina said Angel Reese felt something different. Not anger at first, something worse, irrelevance. Angel was on the floor running the same drills and getting the same minutes, but the rhythm did not come back to her. The ball did not come back to her. The momentum flowed past her. And let's be fair to Angel. Her game is built on physicality, rebounding, effort, and pressure. She wins possessions the hard way, but a tempo-driven offense does not always reward the loudest contact. It rewards timing. It rewards reads. If you are half a second behind, it can feel like you are invisible, even when you are working. That is where Sabrina said the scrimmage changed everything. No cameras, no fans, just pride. And when it becomes pride, every missed rotation feels heavier. In that setting, Caitlin's impact grows because she does not just score. She makes everybody else's job easier. She turns cuts into layups and spacing into clean threes. Therefore, the room starts to feel a new hierarchy forming in real time. Sabrina's description made it sound like Angel was not benched or punished. She was simply erased by tempo. Possession by possession, the flow moved away from her. Not because she cannot play, but because the game was being played at a speed that rewards different strengths. But the final day is where it went from uncomfortable to shocking. Sabrina said the last day of camp was quiet. Too quiet. The drills were sharp. The execution was ruthless. And in that atmosphere, Caitlin looked like a veteran, calling actions, directing traffic, finishing plays. She did not need extra shots to feel important. She just needed the ball for 2 seconds to move the defense. Meanwhile, Sabrina said Angel barely touched the ball. Again, not by punishment, by reality. Therefore, when the final whistle blew, it felt like the decision was already made, even if nothing official was announced. And then came the part that made people freeze. According to this behind-the-scenes telling, Angel did not wait around for announcements. She did not wait for meetings. She stepped away, not storming, not shouting, just done. That is why it hit so hard, because in a gym full of top competitors, emotions usually show up as noise. This was the opposite, a quiet exit that felt louder than any argument. But the bigger point is not the exit. If Sabrina's report is even close to accurate, this camp showcased the future. Basketball built on pace, vision, and pressure that you cannot slow down without breaking your own offense. Therefore, this is the kind of moment the whole sports world reacts to. ESPN segments, debate shows, even Stephen A. Smith jumping on the idea that one player can change the temperature of a gym without saying a word. But Caitlin does not have to talk. She did not demand respect. She played in a way that forces people to adjust to her, not the other way around. And if that is what she looks like in a controlled camp, imagine what happens when the real games start. If you want more stories like this, subscribe and stay locked in. So now the only question left is this. If camp already felt like it chose Caitlin, what happens when Team USA has to make it official and live with the reaction? If you're still watching, drop final day in the comments.
What's going on, my Flabby family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So we have this reporter that goes by the name of Sabrina that dropped the behind the scenes information about Caitlin Clark at this USA basketball training camp. And the way that she's talking, Caitlin Clark made this team, fam. She made this.
Literally. This is crazy. I'm under contract. I guess I plan on returning to the sky and continuing to talk to Tyler.
I quit. That's the phrase quietly spreading behind the scenes after Team USA camp wrapped up. Because once Caitlin Clark was named the starter, Angel Reese made a decision that shocked everyone inside the gym.
Are you here intentionally to start mess, or are you intentionally here to ask a question? And it's really tough for me.
Start mess? How are you gonna? You know you're the one that's saying these things on these microphones, right? You the one that said it's not because of her, it's because of me too. It's not because of one person, it's because of me too. You did that. You did that. You the one that keep trying to attach yourself. Like, let's be clear here. Angel Reese is the one that keeps trying to attach herself to Caitlin Clark at every turn. You are the one who went to Indiana, shot your shoe commercial and said, come to your trap, take over your trap, taking shots at Caitlin Clark. You try to attach yourself to this girl at every single turn, and you get mad that people see it.
This wasn't about one bad practice. This wasn't about trash talk. And this wasn't social media drama. This was about a role, and Angel Reese refusing to accept it. Team USA camp started the way it always does. Competitive, but controlled. Everyone fighting for minutes. Everyone told to put egos aside. But the entire direction of camp shifted the moment Caitlin Clark took control of the floor. From the first full-speed scrimmages, it was clear what the coaches were seeing. Clark wasn't just scoring, she was running everything. The pace changed when she had the ball. Spacing tightened. Decisions came earlier. The offense didn't need her to force anything. It naturally flowed through her. And coaches noticed immediately. Assistants leaned in. Whispers started. Rotations adjusted.
She was complaining to the referees. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, yeah, she's there complaining to refs, she's back. She's back. But let's take a listen.
Caitlin Clark back on the court, super impressed with Caitlin just being engaged while she was out and getting back to being able to play.
It was a combination of like USA players going against USA players and then also USA players going against the scout team, which was just like players from small colleges all across North Carolina sort of helping out with that scout team practice. And, you know, she looked like Caitlin. The step back three was there, the passes were there. When she was not playing with Aaliyah Boston, some of the bigs didn't know what to do with her passes. There was one time where she passed it to Hamby and Hamby like brought the ball down. It's like, you can't do that. This is not, you have to keep it up, right?
Straight up.
Just like not expecting where that was coming. But FIBA, naturally, just a lot more physical than other levels of basketball, even more physical than the WNBA. So having to see Caitlin like go at scouting players who were, you know, instructed to play at a FIBA level of physicality was interesting considering how long she's been out and the fact that she's still ramping up injury-wise, but she looked good. She was just like so happy to be there.
By the middle of camp, it was no longer a question of if Caitlin Clark would start. It was when. That's where the tension began. Angel Reese came into camp expecting a major role. Not just minutes, not just impact, status. But as scrimmages stacked up, the contrast became uncomfortable. Clark was directing traffic, calling actions, setting tempo. Angel was active, physical, competing. But the offense didn't revolve around her. The ball moved past her. The game sped up around her. And then the decision came down. Caitlin Clark was named the starting point guard. The lineup was clear. The hierarchy was set. And Angel Reese was told she'd be coming off the bench. That moment changed everything. Sources say Reese didn't react immediately. No outburst. No scene. But the frustration was obvious. Her body language shifted. Her engagement dipped. The energy wasn't the same. Because for Angel Reese, this wasn't just a basketball adjustment. It was an identity check. Coming off the bench on Team USA isn't a punishment. It's still elite. But to someone who sees themselves as a centerpiece, it can feel like a demotion. And Reese didn't hide how she felt. Behind the scenes, dissatisfaction grew. Questions about her role turned into complaints. Complaints turned into distance. Meanwhile, Clark kept doing exactly what earned her the spot. She didn't celebrate. She didn't flex. She ran the offense. She elevated teammates. She controlled the floor. The contrast couldn't have been sharper.
Right. Stirring it up. I love that. I love that you could see the storylines continue from the W season into, this camp. And I want to particularly hit on two things that you wrote about. Just Caitlin Clark being back on the court. You also got a quote out of Sue Bird about her being impressed with Caitlin just being engaged.
Okay, so we've already gone and listened to that anyway. So it is one of those things where it's like, I think that's probably the most important thing that they said at the end is that Caitlin Clark just looked happy playing. And if you know the type of players that Caitlin Clark are, that type of players Caitlin Clark is, if we're being honest, she is a player that she plays off instinct. If the love of basketball is gone from Caitlin Clark, like, she's not going to be the same player. She's just not. She plays free. She takes risks. She's not as calculated as a lot of other players. She's not going to dissect you.
One player leaned into responsibility. The other resisted it. By the final day of camp, the atmosphere was tense. Practices were sharp, quiet, unforgiving. Clark dictated the pace again. Angel barely touched the ball. And then, before camp officially wrapped, Angel Reese stepped away, early. No press conference, no announcement, just gone. Inside the gym, everyone understood what it meant. This wasn't an injury. This wasn't rest. This was a refusal. A refusal to accept the role she'd been given. And that's why this moment matters. Because Team USA isn't built on star treatment. It's built on fit, on sacrifice, on accepting what the team needs, not what your reputation demands. Caitlin Clark earned her spot by making everyone else better. Angel Reese was asked to adjust, and instead, she walked away.
Oh, I don't know. Angel Reese, she might have tapped out, y'all. Angel Reese may have tapped out and quit. Everybody is speculating. What's going on? Hey, are you trying to pretend like you hurt because Caitlin Clark really is hurt? Wait. What's going on? What's going on, man? We gonna get to the bottom. We gonna figure it out.
Now fans are split. Some say Reese was disrespected. Others say she showed exactly why she wasn't named a starter. But one thing is clear. This wasn't about Caitlin Clark tearing anyone down. She didn't have to. Her game made the decision unavoidable. And when that decision came, it exposed who was willing to adapt and who wasn't. So here's the real question. Did Angel Reese quit on Team USA? Or did Team USA simply choose a direction that didn't include her ego? If you're still watching, drop "I quit" in the comments. Because this debate is only getting louder.